think we're live. Notify me? Well, I mean, come on, internet. All right, cowbunga, dude. All right, super duper delayed. Well, today's episode is brought to you by power cord plugged in because apparently I didn't plug my phone in correctly last night, which is fun, you know. You'll always get your phone plugged in correctly, which is going to make doing some of the shots today a little more challenging than normal. But that's okay, you know, we'll get through it. I may or may not have had a cup of coffee already. Yeah. We're going to see if we can get some of them disabled comments today. Oh, good times. Well, it feels like winter, officially, even though officially it's not winter yet. I believe winter starts in 18, 19, 20, like 3 days. Yowzer. Yowzer. I mean, talk about cold weather. What is it like? All warmed up, it's 11 degrees. Nice. Oh, my feet are cold right now, I'm not going to lie. Got the fireplace going. I got the fireplace going and electric heat going. Jeez. Just try to stay above 60 degrees, right? Good times. I woke up at 6:30 this morning and put wood on the fireplace, if you can believe that. It was a tad chilly in the old house. Oh, good times. All right, I'm filling some water up, so give me 1 second here. I gotta finish that up. So I decided that I'm gonna make lemonade today. I'm not really sure why. Well, I am sure why. Because apparently I bought a bunch of lemonade, but then I also bought a big thing of lemon juice. And I've been making lemonade from lemon juice, which is a good way to make lemonade, but I don't know. I really didn't want to walk in the basement, and I wanted to make juice on camera, so when all you have upstairs is lemonade, you know what you make? You make lemonade. Oh, I need to... Where's my whisks? I guess we got this one. It doesn't really... I thought I had more than one whisk. I have a metal whisk, and it's dirty. But I thought I had 2 metal whisks. Yeah, maybe when the egg goes in, it'll loosen up. Let's use that thing. All right, here we go. You ready for this? Jumbo! Just when you thought eggs were big enough, they're making them in jumbo. Those Dutch eggs. They're jumbo. Jumbo eggs. Is jumbo a size of egg? Apparently it is. What size is an ostrich egg? If chicken eggs are jumbo eggs, what size are... Oh, those are jumbo, all right. Look at the size of those eggs. Those are jumbo. Yumbo! Jeez. Back when I was a kid, I mean, how many yolks are going to be inside there? How many do you use at a time? I'm gonna try 2. Yeah, I know I made French toast last week too, but like... It was really good. Oh man, I didn't even crack it. Those are jumbo shells. Double yammer jammer, look at that! We got a double. We're starting with a double, folks. Good luck topping that. The double slammer jammer. You don't see that every day. How does that work? If that had been a chicken, would they eat each other while they're growing inside the shell? Ooh, this one's kind of freaky looking. Looks like that one's been... They used to spackle on that one. All right, here we go. Drum roll. Are we going to get a double again? Nope. Just got a single. But a far more substantial I don't know if I've ever got a double in my life. I cannot believe I live stream on the internet to the whole entire planet Earth, essentially, or 2 other people. Double yolks. It's pretty fun. You don't see that every day. Okay. Let's see. I'm really trying to work on not filming the back of my arm. Let's get this coffee away from the egg. Adios, twins. Ha 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 ha. You will be delicious. I never found a beak in my egg. What was someone saying the other day? When you're eating a chicken, you're eating a dinosaur. And then they're like, you know, those not egg, what am I talking about? Those chicken nuggets called dino nuggets. Makes you really wonder, right? Dino nuggets? Is that life imitating art or art imitating life? When you eat a dinosaur-shaped chicken nugget, are you actually eating a dinosaur nugget? Okay, so there I was, eating dinosaur eggs. Got a double. According to my recipe, which is thoroughly in my head, you add a little milk. Let's give it the sniff. Smells like moo juice. Put too much in. What's up, Jeremy? Welcome to the stream. Did you see that double yolker? Woo, that was crazy. Once again, the vanilla, just because it tastes good. Look at that sniff too. It smells like vanilla. Guys, it smells more vanilla-y than real vanilla. That's what I really like about this vanilla. It is the best vanilla. I will never use anything other than this. Not that it's. I'm gonna put all this away because that's how I was raised. Not that it would go bad in the current condition inside my house. It's plenty cool in here. Ugh. Apparently I didn't load the fireplace all the way full before I went to bed, so yeah. Got a little chilly last night. Ooh, am I filling the back of my arm? I am, damn it. I gotta redo the delay on the stream. It's gotta be at least a half a minute old. Let's see if we can fix this. See, over here I'm still stirring eggs. Let's do a reload. Hit that play button right away. Oh, that's way quicker. That's way quicker. It helps me because I can't always be seeing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? You ever not been able to see what you're doing? All right, let's recap what we're doing here because, yeah, this is fascinating. Double yolk egg, highlight of the day so far. If you missed that, you're going to want to rewatch the beginning of the stream. Whatever. How am I? Hungry. Hungry for some breakfast. Oh, you know what we should do? We should get the griddle going. Go with like a low medium on that guy. Low medium. Oh, I'm being restrained by my power cord. All right. So the LemonAid. Let's check this LemonAid out. Oh man, and it hasn't expired yet. It's good till July. But I've got a bunch of these. So the way it works in my little world is I typically buy frozen juice. And that's what I do. The thing about frozen juice is it's frozen. So you don't buy it when it's not on sale. You buy a bunch of it when it's on sale. So it's frozen. So when LemonAid was on sale, I bought a whole pile of it. Because even after the date of July of 23, pretty sure it'd still be usable. I mean, I don't recommend you eat food after the date, but I do all the time. All right, keep frozen until ready to use. Yep. We can We can microwave it. We're not going to do that. To serve, we're going to mix this, that, and do this and do that. Okay. Limeade flavored LemonAid. Aid. We're getting an aid. There's a third less sugar than regular limeade. Wait a second. Is that what I want? It's made with real limes. Not to be confused with lemonade, kids. Do not confuse this with lemonade. Now, while I got you on the stream, I'm going to show you something here. I got new bottles. Bam! Look at them babies. And that's lemonade. That is scratch lemonade. That is lemon juice, sugar, and water. Reverse osmosis. This is a half a gallon, also known as a quart, I believe. Is that right? Quart, 4 quarts of a gallon. So I got that much lemonade left in here. We're just gonna top the limeade off on that. I'm not even gonna rinse that out. And I don't wheeze. I don't wheeze from the edge. Whatever. Lemons and limes. I'm losing my mind. Let's go ahead and make this. Let's get this going. Oh, apparently I'm going to film the floor. That's cool. Or the adjacent to the floor. This is always a tough shot to get because of the altitude involved in the mixing of the said juice. Make sure that that's... you don't want to overcook that snugness. Just snug enough. Snug enough? Is that a word? Is snug enough a word? Yeah, we're going to make that snug enough. Not to be confused with stroganoff. Snug enough. There we go. For some reason my arm hurts today. I don't know why. Ooh, that is frozen, guy. We might have an issue here. That may not come out. I did get this out early to attempt the thawing, dethawing, defrosting. I think that all means the same thing. See, that's what's great about using words is they don't have to mean what you think they mean anymore. Literally, they don't have to mean what they mean. All right, let's do a couple things of water here. One. So, we had a huge storm come through this week. Where I live, I guess you could say we got spared. Is that going to be enough water? Whoops! We're going to make some strong limeade. Limeade. I don't know what. Some sort of aid. Aid. Thirst aid. So what we ended up getting here, where I live, how did it work? It was like 2 storms? I don't even remember anymore. It definitely rained, and then it snowed on the rain, and then it froze into a solid sheet of ice. I know that. That was fun. So like a 1/4 inch of ice everywhere on my all concrete surfaces. And then it got really cold, and that froze solid, binding it to the concrete. And then more storm came through, and then it like rained here. We were right on the edge of the rain between rain, ice storm, and piles of snow. So I guess we quote unquote lucked out, got rain, which helped melt the ice, but not all the way. I had to scrape the ice. Oh yeah, I forgot to fill that up all the way. That's going to be strong lemonade. I like it strong though. I like it strong. It's too strong though. We got to add a little more. Hold on, hold please. We're going to the tap. I feel like it was just a little bit less. That's how much it was less. Right there. Got it perfect. So I ended up getting the ice up. And then the storm, another storm. Now it's freezing cold. Next week's supposed to be insane. Insane cold. I can't even tell you how insane cold because I don't even know, but I know it's going to be insane. Can I bring up some weather here? I don't know if I want to show you where I live exactly. Although it's not hard to figure out. It is a secret. Come on, where's the weather out of this stupid thing? Weather. Really? I I got this thing out. I'm looking for weather. Oh, there it is. Starts with a W. Santa Clara. What? Never mind. If it's going straight to Santa Clara, California, I ain't checking the weather. It is not happening. What's the status on this ice? Is that ice or is that, I don't know what's going on. Okay. I feel like we should top off that bottle somehow. I need a funnel. Ooh, you know what? I got new funnels. Hold on. Hold, please. Hold, please. Look at this. Look at this. Oh. Look at there. Look at there. Got extras. Alright, we got these silicone funnels. Look at that thing. You ever see such a thing? Let's go ahead and try one of those. I think this is gonna work. I'll put this away. Booga booga. Fingers crossed. Now, when you mix lemonade with limeade, what happens? Nothing. Nothing bad happens. Ooh, that's not looking good. Yeah, that's not gonna work. It's too big. That funnel's too big. All right, reassess the reassess the plan here. Smaller funnel. Does this fit? That's a canning funnel. Nope. We're gonna go green funnel. Green funnel? That's way too small. Well, maybe not. Okay. Now this is the part of the live stream where Elveshelves spills limeade all over everything. And we're gonna go ahead and pre-position the limeade absorbing towel. I feel like I should drink that, but you know what? This isn't gonna last very long. Something about lemonade and limeade in my life, just they don't. All right, is that gonna? Are we getting this? Everybody ready? Yep, that happened. So that is ice. I got icebergs going on here. I don't know if the icebergs are where the flavor is or if the icebergs are where the flavor's not. Oh, shucks. That's why I said shucks. Oh, we overcooked it. Oh my God. Yeah, that just happened. All right. First rule about limeade is you don't talk about limeade. Ah, what is happening? That's limeade on the floor. All right, so that's full. I got 2 of these, but I may not be able to use the other one right now because it may or may not have something in it. That's going to make a nice little... So what's nice about these is like you can stick the straight brush down in there and clean them really easy. Those half gallons, the shoulder's so wide that the top shoulder, like I've tried to put juice in, here, I'll show you. These. When you put like juice in these, the shoulder's so wide right here that like it's hard to clean and like the pulp and all that gets stuck, so I kind of don't like using these I use them for water. But these are easy to clean, so I may end up trying to get more of these, I think. Unfortunately, they're kind of expensive, relatively speaking, to what I paid for them. I paid $1 for 2 because I'm a good shopper, I guess. All right, this here, we'll figure out how to deal with that at a later point in the stream. Just set that over there for now. The lemonade on the floor. Are there new tools for the garage? No. No new tools for the garage. Unfortunately. I wish. Alright, I'm going to unplug for the rest of the stream. Hopefully we don't run out of battery power. Because I can't film what I'm doing with the yeah, we got to be free bird. Free. All right, I think that's warmed up enough. Oh yeah, we got the sizzle frizzle. Okay, let's make some French toast. Hey, Mr. French Toast Man, dali me banana. I just realized the camera shoots way bigger than what gets broadcast. I should always keep that in the back of my head. What color? Let's turn that down a little bit too. What color plate are we using today? I think we're gonna use blue plate. We got blue plate special. I like to have a fork when I do my French toast. Here we go. That piece of bread looked like someone beat it up. I think the 2 jumbo eggs makes a lot of French toast. But what's nice is I love French toast, so it's not going to be a problem. Unless I run out of bread. I'm going to eat a half a loaf of bread today. Maybe. I mean, I could probably see myself eating it later. Let's mix it up today. What are we using to flip this with? Let's mix it up. What do we got? What do we got? This is a new one. This one's a new one. Plastic handle. I like it because I can stick it in the dishwasher. As opposed to like, this was my first one. Wood handle, have to hand wash that. But it's really nice. It's got the nice taper on it. See that taper? That was my first, whatever the style flipper this was. And then I ended up getting this one, which is less substantial, but a bigger area, but wood handle. I drilled the hole and I drilled it crooked and blew the back out. So then I just got this one with the plastic handle because you know what? I hate washing stuff by hand. So this is probably the one I'm going to use the most. It's got the best of both worlds. A slight taper on the edge. Definitely some premium Chinese design. If I had to venture a guess. I think I got another one around here too. Hold on. Hold please. I got a crazy one someplace. Where did it go? Oh, I must have put it in the other room. I got one for like a full griddle. The thing's like that long. It's nuts. Like a full, like working at a restaurant on a griddle. I think I might have put it with my griddle. I should probably make a video someday using that griddle I got. I got a big cast iron griddle that goes across like 2 burners. I've never used it. I never really felt the need to, you know. This always felt like it covered most of what I was doing here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, well, that's cooking. We're going to have some maple syrup here. Oh, yes, I cleaned my refrigerator out the other day. Very exciting times. If you haven't cleaned your refrigerator out lately, ooh, yeah, you might want to get on that. I didn't do a full deep clean. I just did shelf by shelf. Every couple of years, you got to take the shelves out and really get in there. But this time, I just did the wipe it down. Kind of threw some stuff out that had multiple birthdays. Because, like, you know, you don't really need multiple birthdays in your refrigerator. Most stuff doesn't last more than a year, right? All right, so we need to kind of move things to the next stage of the production here. What am I caught on? Oh, I was caught on nothing. That was crazy. Okay. All right, so what happened this week? Look at that, the butter escaped on its own. The butter escaped on its own. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Ouch. Hurt my finger there. Never fun. What am I doing on Christmas? Well, hopefully, if I was good this year, Santa Claus will visit me and bestow gifts upon me. That's yet to be seen. If it's going to play out for me. Hopefully it will. Ooh, dog's here. Want some French toast? Come here. Dog cam. Good girl. I usually go to my parents' house for Christmas, and then the relatives that live in town stop by, and we sing Christmas carols, and we hold hands and run through the neighborhood, and go to the neighbor's house singing Christmas carols. I'm joking about that. I did do that once, which was crazy. When I was younger, I spent a year in Denmark as an exchange student, and we literally one time for Christmas held hands while singing Christmas songs and left the house we were in singing songs, running down the street singing songs, and went to the neighbor's house and let ourselves into the neighbor's house singing songs and ran around inside of the neighbor's house while singing songs and left. And the neighbor's jaws were literally on the floor. I think they did it for me because I think that used to be a tradition, but no one does it anymore. And then when we did it, the neighbors were like, no one does that anymore. And I didn't know the words of the song, so I was just like along for the ride. But that was some crazy shit. I don't know if I'll ever top that Christmas experience of the breaking into the neighbor's house singing Christmas songs. I don't think you can do that in America, unless you really do your neighbors well. I mean, you might be able to pre-plan that. But I'm pretty sure they didn't pre-plan it when I went. I mean, the neighbors, they were not expecting us. I'm trying to think of the other funny thing. There was a Christmas song that's famous in Norway. It has a very specific melody to it. And, Norway not being Denmark, the Danish obviously make jokes about that, and I'm sure it's vice versa. So the Danish took the melody of the very famous Norwegian song and changed it. And then many years later, I happened to meet a group of Norwegians, and I thought it'd be funny to sing them the song that the Danish sing to their melody about their famous Christmas song. And the Norwegians had never heard it. And I felt like I was like causing an international incident. The rough translation was, now it's Christmas again, and you pick someone's name. Bob is drunk again, and you pick another name. Linda's laying under the table. And then you say another name. Susie is pregnant, like she is the whole, like all the time, which is pretty funny. So yeah, that was a real thing that happened to me. And the Norwegians were so blown away, they wanted me to sing it on camera. And I refused. I knew better than to do that on camera. Because that probably would have caused an international incident. I figured everybody had heard the joke version of the Norwegian Christmas song, right? I'm trying to remember if I can actually sing it in Danish. Nu er jul igen, Svend fugl igen, og Bjørn ligger under bordet. Think of a good female name, Danish female name. Ingrid er gravid, Samsuha er det hele år. I think that's how it goes. Well, it's been a few years since I sang in Danish. Oh man, I should probably listen to the Norwegian version of that. It's kind of like Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, Robin Laid an Egg, Batmobile lost a wheel, and Joker got away. That's the Batman version of Jingle Bells. What's another great thing about Jingle Bells? Jingle Bells is not a Christmas song. Jingle Bells is a Thanksgiving song about street racing. Did you guys know this about Jingle Bells? That's a true story right there, kids. And if you don't believe me, you don't have to, but believe me, I'm not making that up. Jingle Bells was first performed for Thanksgiving, and it is about street racing, horses and sleighs. Because there's another line that most people don't know. It's about when they almost crashed a horse drawn sleigh while street racing. Guy's trying to impress a lady. I'm trying to think of my all-time favorite Christmas songs. When I was a kid, we had the Alvin and the Chipmunks record, which was, I'm sure, to my parents' chagrin, played quite a bit. I haven't heard that in a while, but we used to play that a lot. Because the Alvin and the Chipmunks is just recorded voices played at a different speed to make the chipmunk sounds. And when you play a record, you can play at different speeds to really change the chipmunk sounds. So we used to do that a lot. That was fun. Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer was a pretty big hit when I was a kid because that was a new song. So like that was always really, really fun. I mean, you young kids today, I don't know, man, you're just missing out. Like what's it like never being able to like hear Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer for the first time along with everybody else, right? I mean, you could hear it for the first time yourself. But it's never going to be the same as like when it first comes out. How crazy that was. Dog cam. Ooh, you about bit my hand off, dog. Dog cam. Good dog. Oh, man. So, yeah. Christmas time. Be here soon. Try to think what other really good Christmas stuff. Oop, that's starting to smoke. We gotta turn that off for a second. Man, the Christmas stories. I was talking with my folks about that the other day. The stuff my brothers and I used to do for Christmas. And some of like the highlight Christmas stories. One of the best ones ever was my brother got a watch for Christmas one year. And the alarm on the watch was like set to go off by someone set it at the store, I guess. So there we were, you know, when you're a kid, at least at our house when we were growing up, the packages would come out in waves, right? So like they'd go shopping, come home, wrap packages, stick some packages under the tree. So there'd always be like, I come up batches. So obviously one day the new batch of presents came out. And all of a sudden the tree started beeping. And it was like, what? And if I remember, I don't think we found the package because it didn't beep forever. Because like we weren't sitting there waiting for it to beep because we didn't know, right? It probably took 2 days, maybe 3. Like the first time it was like something's beeping and you had to narrow it down. We finally figured out tree, whatever. Then obviously like the next day kind of figured it out, like it was going to beep at the same time. And then like, it didn't take long. We figured out which package it was, right? What kind of dog is Berta? She's a half husky, half Labrador retriever. She's a mutt, mixed mutt, no papers. Well, that was fun, finding the beeping package. I think eventually the package got opened and the alarm got shut off. That was fun. I'll tell some more Christmas stories. I was the youngest of 3, so like I was always like involved in the plots of my older brothers. So we would sneak down and get our stockings before we were supposed to, and we would open them up. Like the way it worked at my house growing up was Santa Claus would fill our stockings with small little presents, so we had something to like kind of do in the morning when my mom was cooking breakfast. Like a little bit of momentary entertainment, if you will. And then after breakfast, we would have official opening, and my dad would record it because like back then, video cameras were very, very rare and expensive. And he had one. Like I have video of me, and I'm in my mid-40s. I have video of me believing very much so that Santa Claus was coming to deliver me presents. Like getting the book Santa Mouse read to me and being like all into it. Anyways, that's pretty fun. So we would like open our presents one at a time, which I think is For me, I thought that was normal. Like when you're little, you don't know anything. Like your bubble is just where you live, right? I guess I assumed everybody opened Christmas morning presents with the TV on, showing themselves on camera like a production studio. That's how I was raised. Come to find out, not everybody lives that way. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But I found out later on, and this blew my mind. Some people, it's a free for all. Christmas morning, they just say Merry Christmas, and you just tear in anything with your name on it. There are people that live that way. I didn't know this. It kind of blew my mind. I was like, what? You don't do it one at a time and talk about it and like thank the person in the room, or like I'm pretty sure my mom writes down everything. So there's notes, which is a pretty good practice. If you are the parent of small children, you should get in the practice of writing down the name of the person who gave you a gift, so there can't be any crying later, you know? Like, you suck, you didn't give me a present, or I suck, I didn't get a present, or whatever. You got notes. You take notes. If I know my mother right, she probably has those notes still to this day. Anyways, does clear up confusion in the future, so that's a good thing. Anyways, so in these stockings, there would be small gifts wrapped up. Well, we would go down and like bring the stockings back to our room, open the presents carefully, take them out, play with them, put them all back in the box, put them back in the wrapping, and seal the wrapping up. And then Christmas morning, we would just tear in it so quick no one could tell. I actually told my folks that the other day. They looked at me like I was from outer space. But we were going down so early, it was making the parents upset. So one year they set a motion sensing burglar alarm out, that if you broke the optic beam, it would set an alarm off. So us children, being probably more ingenious than most, determined that the cat's tail was at a certain height. And the cat had free reign of the house, therefore if we maintained an altitude of lower than the cat's tail, we could go wherever we wanted to. So they sent me down, G.I. Joe army crawling, to retrieve the stockings and bring them back. So I did that. That was pretty fun. What else? What else amazingness do we have? One year, so we always had a fire going when we were kids. And you'd like throw the wrapping paper in the fire or whatever. My brother got a Star Wars. We all got Star Wars toys one year. Apparently I got the Tauntaun with the split belly that Luke could go into. My oldest brother got the droid that like floated around and it had the little thing that could expand out and you could stick Luke in the back, carry him away. And then my other brother got like the speeder thing that was kind of like a tri-wing, I guess, but it had a cannon on the front, right? Well, somehow in the throwing away of the stuff, the cannon disappeared. And that was a traumatic experience. I remember that to this day, that we lost the cannon, the APB bulletin, looking for the cannon. Where's the cannon? Did you see the cannon? Exhibit A, witness B, where were you? What room? You know, like the whole thing over this little plastic cannon, never to be found. That was permanently gone. That was a real thing. My Tauntaun's in the other room. I still have that thing. Yeah. And what else? What else great Christmas stories do I have? Oh! Now, there is the one greatest Christmas story that's ever been told. And I've told it before. And I'll tell it again. The year, I've probably told this story like 1,000 times, but it is a real story, and I've determined I sustained real trauma over this story. The year that the Transformers were hot, they had Transformer airplanes. And that's what we wanted. We wanted Transformer airplanes for Christmas. And of course, my parents, being extra loving, they procured the Transformer airplanes. But being busy parents, you can't just come home and wrap presents instantly. You have to put them someplace and get around to wrapping them when you can. Okay. So Mom bought the presents, brought them home, put them in her closet, hid them in her closet, whatever. My two brothers, unbeknownst to me, snuck into the closet, dug through the stuff, found the Transformers, realized we were getting the Transformers, and yeah. Fast forward to Christmas. We're all opening presents, getting ready for our airplane Transformers, the hottest toy of the season. And we got kind of down to the end, and it was like, where's the rest of the presents? And it was like, what are you talking about? Well, I wasn't involved in the snooping. I had no idea. I didn't know what was going on. I was young. Well, they were pretty sure they were getting Transformer airplanes because they saw them. They wanted to know where they were. And the answer was, if you snoop in my closet ever again, you're never getting anything, basically. She took them back. So I, totally innocent, had nothing to do with it. I was punished with the group collective. Well, I told this story, well, it's been a while now. Probably 30 years after the fact. Yeah, 25 years after the fact. I told that story on Christmas Eve one year. About how I got screwed over on that deal. And my uncle was there. And he heard my story, and he felt my pain. And he sympathized with me, being a young person in the family. And earlier that year, he had bought a giant box. Or either he bought it, or he traded for it, or he did work for somebody. Anyways, he acquired a giant box of vintage toys in the original containers or whatever. A big box of toys. And in that big box of toys was a Transformer airplane, re-edition, Starscream, Walmart exclusive, with battle damage. Huge, though. I mean, huge. And he came back the next day, he wrapped that up and said, Merry Christmas. He gave it to me, and it was like the greatest Christmas present I ever got in my entire life. And I'm not exaggerating. I still have that to the day in the original package, and that thing is worth hundreds of dollars now. The greatest thing ever. Oops, sorry, dog. I was looking at I got a bunch of plastic bags I need to not shove underneath my table all the time, but I do. So that's fun. That's probably like the greatest full circle redemption Christmas story I can come up with. All true. Not made up. So in our house, the way it worked was Santa Claus wouldn't really buy big presents for us, or wouldn't give big presents. Santa Claus would give the family a big present. So like, we got a new VCR from Santa Claus. Like, wait, what's a VCR? We got a new DVD player. All right, DVD. Oh, that's not DVD, CD. So that's a good story. I know it's hard to believe, but like there was a point in time when there was no such thing as CDs, right? There was, what I didn't name, there was reel to reel, and there was 8-track, and then there was cassette, and there was record, and there was radio. That was basically what you got in life. And then, in the 90s, I'll say, early 90s-ish, this new cutting-edge technology called a compact disc came out. It was a laser beam made the music play. Nobody had them. They're really expensive, blah, 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 blah. The first person that ever got a CD player that I ever met in my life was my older brother. He bought this crazy compact disc player that was extremely expensive and was made of all metal. That was a completely metal object. I think we still have it at the house someplace. It was crazy. Like, holding that thing was like, essentially like giving a chimpanzee some amazing piece of technology. It was like, no one had ever seen anything like it. It was like, dude, that's crazy. Like, if I remember right, like when he first got it, like you couldn't even like go to the store and buy CDs. It was like that crazy. Anyways, he saw the future. He invested in it, and he was doing that. Fast forward, whatever, a couple years or something. Christmas comes around, and I'm pretty sure he was in college at this point, so he's back from college, and he got me a Christmas present, and what he did is he found a giant box, like big enough that a human being could fit inside of. And he went down to the basement, and we had a weight bench or whatever, like workout weights, and he filled it with workout weights, so it was really heavy. And then he put a record in there, right? A record. And then he put it out Christmas Eve after everyone went to bed. So when we all woke up in the morning, there was a box sitting in the middle of the floor with no name on it, and nobody knew what the hell it was. And finally, after like, whose is it? What is it? It's like, oh no one can figure out. Over. He finds that it's your Christmas present, Elveshelves. Merry Christmas. And I'm like, what the hell? And I opened it up as a record, full size. I'm pretty sure it was Tom's Diner by Susanna Vega. You know, da 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 da. It's either that. It was either Tom's Diner or My Name Is Luca. I can't remember which. I think it was Tom's Diner. Anyways, record. And then moments after I opened up that, we opened up the gift, I think, from Santa Claus, which was a a CD player for the house. And my oldest brother just laughed and goes, "Oh, I could have got you a CD. Enjoy your record." And it was like, it's like to say I was holding like a stick, and like I'm in the stick age, I'm in the stone age, and then all of a sudden like the modern technology, and it was like, oh, okay. I think I listened to that record like once because we had a CD player then. That's a true story. That was fun. That was a good time actually. And CDs, that's crazy. They used to have these services where like it was called like CD Warehouse. It was a CD buying club, and like you'd sign up for it, and they would send you CDs every month, and you could keep them or whatever. But you had to send a thing back to them saying you didn't want the CD. Like they would tell you what next month's selection was, and if you didn't want it, you had to send a thing back. If you screwed it up, you had to write return to sender and all sorts of craziness. And like when you signed up, you got a bunch of free or whatever. I bought a lot of CDs for that club because like they'd have sales or whatever, big promotions. I'm pretty sure my oldest brother managed to sign his cat up. He used his cat's name, and the CD club was like, "Yep, that's a person. We're going to send your cat." Because the way they got you was when you first signed up, you got a bunch of free CDs, or whatever, and then you were on the list. And like, I think because of him using his cat's name, I think the cat got put into a database and like was starting to get credit card applications, all sorts of crazy shit transpired from that little fiasco. Because back in the day, you got to realize this is before there's databases on everybody about everything. You know, it was back then. It was probably like paper files getting traded around. Yeah, that's pretty funny stuff. Of course, when you're young, you're irresponsible, and I was always screwing that up. Columbia House Records, is that what that was? I can't remember. Doggy, you want some more? That was fun. Come here, Pooch. Try to think if there's any other highlight Christmas moments. Like absolute highlights. Smashed out of the park. I know we used to cheese it up if we knew what we were getting on the camera. When we were really young, it was more important what your brother got. You'd be more excited for what they got than what you got. What was the you luck? We used to say, you luck! You luck! Oh, you luck! Like as in, you lucky bastard. I don't know. I was never deprived when it came to toys as a child, except for the Transformer airplane. That's kind of funny. One of the best ones ever that I really didn't participate in because I was too young, i.e. not born yet. It was one year my dad saw a thing in like I don't really know where he saw, Builder's Magazine or something for it was basically a jungle gym for small children made out of large plumbing fittings, like the PVC ones. And somebody had figured this thing out, and you could buy it in a store or whatever, and it was kind of expensive because that's how it works in life. But my father, being fairly creative in life, he determined by looking at the photo he could mock up something equally as good. And so he did. He just sat there and like drew it out and then cut the pipes up, got the elbows and everything. And then I think what they did is there was like a picture, a photograph of what it was supposed to look like when it was assembled. They put that in a box, and at the time it was like my brothers and I are all about 3 years apart, so I was probably either not born or barely born, so it was probably like a 3 to 4 year old, or like a 6 to 7 year old or something in that range, right? Maybe off by a couple years. And it was one of these big box moments, right? So like the big box is sitting there, and everybody's excited about it or whatever, and then like, all right, open the big box, and they just tear into it, and they open it up, and it's plumbing parts. It's the white big PVC is probably the 3 inchers. And I wasn't there. I've all heard the story secondhand, but it's fantastic. rip it open, and my oldest brother looks there, and like, I guess the direct quote was like, "It's just a bunch of old plumbing parts," or something, you know what I mean? Like, oh, what a bunch of poop, you know? But my other brother, he's kind of started like, yeah, these things go together. You could make something out of this. And then like they found the photograph or whatever, and they put that thing together, and it was like a little jungle gym. There's like a famous photo of like one of my brothers like doing the monkey bar swing and losing the grip in mid-flight, like up, like not quite upside down. But yeah, that's a real thing. But that was like one of the greatest gifts ever because the possibilities were limitless because it was just parts. Like you could build what you were supposed to build, but you could build whatever you wanted to build. So like for fort building, oh man, we built some of the most epic forts, like, because it was just elbows and T's and stuff, and you could just build whatever structure you want, put blankets over it and go inside. And yeah, we used the hell out of that. Way beyond our weight range, you know, for years. I think we ended up sending that to my cousin so she could have a jungle gym. I'm not sure if that ever worked out, but whatever. Pretty crazy stuff. That was pretty fun. But yeah, I wasn't really there for that exact one. But yeah, just a bunch of old plumbing parts. That's good times. Whatever. I'm trying to think what else is there in the old Christmas, the years of Christmas past. You want some more French toast, dog? Come here. Got you a couple more pieces. I'm sure I'm forgetting some of the other highlights. There's been some good ones. Here, Pooch. Good girl. All right. Oh, man. I think we're getting close to our hour. Let me bring this camera up just a little bit. That last piece of French toast is just going to have to cook on its own. All right. Oh! My God. Calm down. Looking in my cabinets like that. Weird. Hey! There's another one! What are you doing? All right. So, yeah, Christmas. I mean, how soon is it going to be here? Pretty quick. It's going to be here before you know it. Before you know it. Oh, man. I did get to go shopping this week because of the weather. That was kind of cool. Got some pretty rad stuff. Some is to be seen. Some has been seen. Some is to never be seen. How about that? Yeah. Christmas. Good times. Good times! I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've told all my good Christmas stories. I mean, there's probably a story for every year, but I don't remember anything being like over the moon. Like over the moon! Oh, one year. Oh, this is a good one. One year, the hottest toy out. Let me adjust this a little bit. And this, I'm not even making this up. The hardest toy to get one year, or one of the hardest, was the Nerf Gatling gun. Chain fed. Tripod, giant. Dooka, battery powered murder machine, right? Sold out everywhere. We got 3 of them. And this is when I was a kid. Full grown adults. If I remember right, one of my brothers who was here for Christmas, my father and I all got one, and it was the craziest shit ever. It was full on Nerf chain gun battle. Dooka. At least, or maybe 2 of them. I'm starting to get fuzzy, the old memories. But that was nuts. Like, even my friends were like, no way. You got the chain gun? I was like, yeah, not just one. We had like full on like bunker battles. Like, it's like a cover fire, you know? I'm trying to think what was another great highlight moment. I used to have my, like, when I was younger, if I was going to buy myself something really nice around the Christmas season, I would like buy it for myself and then like wrap it up and then give it to myself. Well, not to myself. I would have my pets bestow these gifts upon me. So one year, and this was when it was still like the thing to get, and I was going to boggle some people's minds, the PlayStation 3. And if you don't know anything about the PlayStation 3, the technology change between PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 was vast. This was an enormous leap in technology, like extraordinarily large. Mainly due to the fact that the PlayStation 3 had a Blu-ray disc player in it. And when PlayStation 3 first came out, Blu-ray disc wasn't even a thing you could buy. They weren't even available. But they put the player reader in the thing because it was coming out. So like there was like a window of time where you could buy machines that played discs that were not even really available to buy yet. And then when they were available, they were extremely expensive, and even the players were expensive. When the PS3 first came out, it was cheaper to buy a PS3 than a standalone Blu-ray disc player, because a Blu-ray disc player was over $1,000. And the PS3 was like, I'm trying to remember how much they were when they first came out. They were close to $1,000, I think. And then they had the first price decrease to, I think, it's been many years. I think it put it down to like $600, which at the time was extremely expensive. Like for a gaming system, it was mind-boggling. It was like, dude, that's the most expensive shit ever. Well, at the time, I was like, screw it, I'm getting one. I'm getting a PS3. And for that Christmas season, this has got to be, good Lord, 20 years ago? I don't even remember. They had a bundle where you could get a couple of games and then the console and the controller for a bundled price. It was the first time the price had come down, and they threw those games, and it was like a hell of a deal, but super expensive. And I had my cats give it to me for Christmas. And like everyone was like, really? You bought yourself a PS3, which first of all was insane. And then you gave it to yourself via your cats? I was like, yeah, my cats are the best. They hooked me up. But that PS3 at the time was absolutely bonkers. I still have the thing. What happened to that thing? Oh, I had to do a software update on it. It got so hot it desoldered the chip from the board. I wasn't very happy with Sony. That's why I don't run Sony products anymore, because I called Sony up and was like, yo, this software update that you mandatory made me do got my machine so hot it delaminated the board. They're like, oh, how old's your machine? I was like, it's one of the originals. Like, oh, you should buy a new one. That was Sony's answer to me. Oh, that one's so old, you should buy a new one. I was like, oh, you know what that means? I'm never going to buy any of your shit ever again. Thanks, Sony. I play Xbox now because of that phone call. When you told me the reason that my chip desoldered from the board during your update was because I should buy a new one, yeah, I'm never buying your shit ever again. And I tell that story to people. If you buy Sony, that's what you're getting. A company that says, oh, if we build shit products that fail because of what we make you do, you should buy a new one. No, problem solved there. Never buying your shit ever again. Ever again. Anything. I will never buy anything Sony ever again. Don't care. Not buying headphones, not buying batteries, not buying anything. If it says Sony, never again, because of that phone call. Oh, you should just buy a new one. It's like, no, you should never sell anything to me ever again, because you're a shit company with shit fucking policies. Anywho's, yeah, that was pretty wild shit. That was good. That was a good Christmas present. Miss my cats. They gave good presents. The dog doesn't give quite as good presents as the cats did. The cats really hooked it up. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Trying to think if there's any highlights. I'm sure there's some. I'm sure there are some highlights. Oh yeah, one year I bought garbage cans for my family. Because the old garbage cans, so this is another crazy one. It probably blow people's minds. Garbage cans didn't used to have big wheels and lids, and were all the same for all the neighborhoods with a machine that dumped the trash into the trash machine. Garbage cans used to be whatever you put at the curb, and then a man would pick them up and like empty them or whatever. So like, we had some trash cans that were just like abused. These things were sad. No wheels, just worn out bottoms, whatever. And like, guess whose job it was to take the trash out? Take a guess. Take a guess whose job it was. So I was like, I'm just going to buy new trash cans for my folks' house because I have to take the trash cans out and I want wheels. So one year I think I went to Sears and they had like a good sale on trash cans. I bought 3 black rolling with lids, with locking lids, garbage cans. And then I hid them throughout the whole entire house. And then I wrapped packages with instructions where to go to find these things. I think after about like the first, he might have gone for 2, because I gave them to my dad. He gave up on it. He's like, I'm not looking around the house for any more trash cans. And I hid them everywhere. And we used those trash cans for a little while. And then like shortly thereafter, they came up with this new policy. It's like, oh yeah, new rule. You can't use your trash cans anymore. You have to use the new trash cans. And I was like, but I just bought trash cans. I took them back. I have those trash cans. I got firewood in them right now. That's a true story. I'm making that up at all. Trash cans. It was simpler times back then. Anyways, we are approaching our 1-hour live stream. Oh, look at that. Right in the corner there. A pile of coffee grinds. That was not supposed to be in the shot. Those need to go to the garden. Sorry about that. Yeah, I collect crawfish grinds in a big thing, and I put them in my garden. They're not supposed to be shown in the corner of the shot, though. That's secret information. All right, well, whatever. French toast 2 weeks in a row. Oh, yeah. Try to do something different next week, I think. Maybe bacon. Bacon. If you made it to the live stream, I just thought I had a comment. Thanks. If you didn't, peace out. Thanks for watching the re-upload. If you didn't watch any of it, you missed out because it was amazing. Great Christmas stories. Peace.